hi, hello my dear students. Welcome to my video lecture class. Right up to now I uploaded video lectures on the topic fluid dynamics. In this topic I already uploaded nearly 5 lectures. On those lectures I discussed types of fluid flow, rate of fluid flow, Bernoulli's theorem, applications of Bernoulli's theorem, Torsell's theorem, applications of Torsell's theorem, Poiseuille's formula, applications of Poiseuille's formula, whether capillary tubes connected in series, what is the condition, whether capillary tubes connected in parallel, what is the condition, and fluid resistance formula, Reynolds number, types of fluid flow, and one more thing, important applications of Bernoulli's theorem. So these are all I discussed in previous lectures. And one more thing, viscosity I discussed, types of viscosity I discussed, and surface tension, applications of surface tension I discussed, Stokes law, terminal velocity. So these are all concepts I covered in last 5 lectures. Please go through that 5 lectures for better understanding. Today, so I complete this chapter, fluid dynamics. This is the last lecture for this fluid dynamics chapter. So in this lecture, I am going to discuss 2 important topics majorly. One is surface energy, and second one is angle of contact. So in this lecture, majorly I discussed these 2 topics. One is surface energy and another one is angle of contact. So please watch the lecture till the end. Definitely you will get clear idea about this topic. So let's begin our topic. So now, surface energy. How to define surface energy? How to define surface energy? Work done to increase surface area of a body by 1 unit. Work done to increase surface area of a body by 1 unit is called surface energy. Surface energy is numerically equal to surface tension. Surface energy is numerically equal to surface tension. So here, surface energy formula. Surface energy S or T, because this is numerically equal to surface tension also. So I hope you understood what I have said is here. Surface energy is numerically equal to surface tension. So that means surface energy S or surface tension T equal to formula work done to increase surface area by 1 unit. That's why work done by delta A. That means change in area. Okay, that means work done is equal to W is equal to T into delta A. T means surface tension, and into delta A means change in surface area. Okay, so work done W is equal to surface tension into change in surface area. This is the definition and formula of surface energy. Now I am going to discuss few application regarding this surface energy. Applications of surface energy. Application number 1. Work done to form spherical drop. Work done to form a spherical drop. So work done to form a spherical drop formula. Work done formula already you know. Work done, work is equal to surface tension into change in surface area. Surface tension into surface area. Work done to form a spherical drop of radius small r. Okay, spherical drop. What is the surface area of sphere? Already you know a note point. Surface area of sphere. What is surface area of sphere? 4 pi r square. Here radius is r, means definitely surface area of sphere is 4 pi r square. Surface tension T into 4 pi r square. So that is called work done to form a spherical drop of radius r. Next, application number 2. Work done to form soap bubble of radius small r. So here it is a spherical drop. It is nothing but air bubble. This is nothing but air bubble. This is a air bubble. Here it is soap bubble. Air bubble has one free surface. Soap bubble has two free surfaces. Soap bubble has two free surfaces. Air bubble has one free surface. So that means here work is equal to formula, work done W is equal to formula T into delta A. That means here we got T into here two free surfaces. That's why we are taking 2 into 4 pi r square. That means what we got? One free surface has surface area 4 pi r square. But here two free surfaces. That's why 2 into 4 pi r square. That is T into 8 pi r square. So work done to form a soap bubble. Work done W is equal to T into 8 pi r square. This is application number 2. Now I am going to discuss application number 3. Application number 3. Work done to form a spherical drop. Okay, spherical drop of radius r. Otherwise, you can write like this. Application number 3. work done to increase surface area of spherical drop, from radius R1 to R2, So observe carefully. Work done to increase surface area of spherical drop from radius R1 to R2. Then work done formula is equal to surface tension into change in surface area. So surface tension T, change in surface area formula 4 pi. It changes from R1 to R2. That means R2 square minus R1 square. So work done formula T into 4 pi into R2 square minus R1 square. Now application number 4. Work done to increase surface area of soap bubble from R1 to R2. Now it is increases from R1 to R2. Soap bubble has two free surfaces. That's why this formula will become T into 2 into 4 pi into R2 square minus R1 square. Is it or not? So finally what we got ma? T into 8 pi into R2 square minus R1 square. So this is application number 4. Next we are going to discuss application number 5. Application number 5. Work done to form circular film. Work done to form a circular film. Otherwise you take a circular soap film. Work done to form a circular soap film. Formula of radius smaller are very easy. What is the formula here? W is equal to, what is hint? T into surface area. What is the surface area of circle? Surface area of circle is pi r square. Here we are taking soap film. Soap film has two free surfaces. So surface area of circle is pi r square. Here soap film has two free surfaces. Soap film has two free surfaces. That's why we are taking 2 into pi r square. So finally what we got formula? Work done is equal to T into 2 pi r square. Next, application number 6. Work done to increase surface area of soap circular film from R1 to R2. So R1 to R2. What is formula ma? Simple here. work done W is equal to T into 2 into 2 pi 2 pi into R1 R2 square minus R1 square. So work done W is equal to T into 2 pi into R2 square minus R1 square. Soap circular Philip. So this is application number 6. So next very important application in this surface energy. Very important application. So this concept is very important for solving numericals in NEET and JEE. So that is case 1. A big spherical drop splits into small n identical small spherical drops. N identical small spherical drops. So this is a big drop. So big drop of radius R. So this is a big drop. I'll consider spherical drop. Big drop of radius capital R is splits into small drops. Small n identical drops of radius small r. For this one, radius is small r. Okay, so now here first point is surface energy. Whenever big drop is splits into small drop, surface energy is increases. Next, surface tension increases. Next, energy is absorbed by the system. Then temperature of droplets is decreases. Next, here fifth one, mass is constant. Surface energy is increases. Surface energy is also called as surface tension. Then same, surface area is increases. A simple concept. Here big drop is splits into small droplets means here surfaces increases. Means surface area increases, surface energy increases. So then we got here. So from this, mass is constant. So mass of big drop is equal to n into, here mass of each drop is small m. Here mass of big drop is capital M. N into small m. That means mass means density into volume. Here density is d. Density into volume means 4 by 3rd pi r cube is equal to n into mass of small drops. Mass of small drops means density into volume. That means 4 by 3rd pi into small r cube. So here density cancel, 4 by third pi, 4 by third pi cancel. Finally what we got ma? R cube is equal to n into small r power 3. That means capital R is equal to n power 1 by 3 into r. So this is very important formula. Relation between big drop radius and small drops radius. Capital R is equal to n power 1 by 3 into small r. N power 1 by 3 into small r. Next, change in surface area. Change in surface area. Here surface area is increases. Surface area is increases. That means definitely n into 4 pi small r square minus 4 pi capital R square. Okay, 4 pi capital R square. That means here we are taking 4 pi is as a common, n into small r square n as capital R square. So that means here 4 pi into capital R square is taken as out. That means small n into r square by capital R square minus 1. Here we know that capital R is equal to n power 1 by 3 into small r. Is it or not? That means capital R square by small r square by capital R square is equal to. So here apply r square is equal to n power 2 by 3 n power 1 by 3 whole square into r square, then r square by capital R square is equal to 1 by n power 2 by 3, n power 2 by 3, that is equal to n power minus 2 by 3, n power minus 2 by 3. So substitute here 4 pi into capital R square n into n power minus 2 by 3 minus 1. That means what we got ma? 4 pi into capital R square, 4 pi into capital R square into n power 1 by 3 minus 1, n power 1 by 3, n power 1 by 3 minus 1. That is a change in surface area. So change in surface area. Here work done is equal to surface tension, work done. Work done W is equal to surface tension into delta A. So T into surface tension is 4 pi s r square into n power 1 by 3 minus 1. So here work done W is equal to T into 4 pi r square into n power 1 by 3 minus 1. Case 2. Small spherical, n small identical spherical drops to mingle or combine to form a big drop. Okay, here n small drops to form a big drop. So here each drop has mass m and radius small r. Here big drop has capital M and radius capital R. So radius capital R. So then radius capital R. Here first point is surface area. Surface area is decreases. Next second one, surface tension and surface energy also decreases. Energy is released. Here energy is released. Here big drops to form a, that means small drops to form a big drop means here surfaces are more, that's why surface energy is more here. To form a big drop means here only single surface, that's why surface area is decreases and surface energy is also decreases and surface tension is also decreases. Energy is released here and temperature is increases. Temperature is increases. If a small drop is from a big drop, temperature is going to be increases. So temperature is going to be increases. So this is about so here also relation capital R is equal to n power 1 by 3 into small r and work done formula T into delta A, that means T into delta A means, so similarly 4 pi r square into n power 1 by 3 minus 1. So here we are taking 4 by third pi r cube. So what I am doing here, multiply 3 and divide with 3, multiply with r divided with r into n power 1 by 3 minus 1. So here 4 by third pi r cube means v, 3v, here again t is there, so here t is there, so 3vt by r into n power 1 by 3 minus 1. This is work done formula. If you move this r inside, so work done is equal to 3vt n power 1 by 3 by r minus 1 by capital R. We know that capital R is equal to n power 1 by 3 into small r. That means n power 1 by 3 by capital R is equal to 1 by small r. n power 1 by 3 by r is equal to 1 by small r. That means work done is equal to 3vt. So instead of this we write 1 by small r minus 1 by capital R. So this is work done formula. Work done is equal to 3 into V into T. Here V means volume. Here T means surface tension. Small r means radius of small droplets and capital R means radius of big drop. So this is overall concept about surface energy. Next we are move on to another important topic, that is angle of contact. Well, to continuing my lecture on fluid dynamics, now I am going to discuss angle of contact. So first of all, I would like to discuss definition of angle of contact. What is the definition of angle of contact? Angle of contact of liquid with respect to solid is defined as angle between tangent drawn at point of contact of surface of liquid, point of contact of surface of liquid and surface of solid. Observe carefully. Angle of contact of liquid with respect to solid is defined as angle between tangent drawn at point of contact of surface of liquid and surface of solid. Here, so this can explain in diagram format. Observe carefully. So here I dipped one capillary tube. here I dip one capillary tube. Okay, here I dip one capillary tube. So here this is a water capillary tube, that too glass capillary tube. Glass example, glass capillary tube dipped in water. Dipped in water. This is glass capillary tube dipped in water. Okay. So now observe carefully. Tangent drawn to the, this is the point of contact. This is a liquid surface, this is solid surface. Okay. So this is a tangent drawn to the surface of liquid and solid. Between angle is theta. This is a theta. So here is angle theta. This angle theta is called angle of contact. Angle of contact. Theta is called angle of contact. Okay. So this is angle drawn to the surface of liquid and solid. Between angle is called theta. This is called angle of contact. So now angle of contact is less than 90 degrees. That means theta is less than 90 degrees. Then liquid wets the solid. Angle of contact is greater than 90 degrees. That means theta value is greater than 90 degrees. Liquid does not wets the solid. Next, angle of contact is depends upon temperature, surroundings medium, temperature, surroundings medium, impurities, solid liquid pair. Okay, angle of contact is majorly depends upon temperature, surroundings medium, impurities, solid liquid pair. That means what solid we are taking, what liquid we are taking, that is also main important for dependence of angle of contact. So here I discuss majorly three cases here. After completion of these three cases, you will get clear idea. First one, angle of contact between pure water and glass is 0 degrees. Angle of contact between mercury, that means Hg and glass is 140 degrees. Okay, so now case 1. Observe carefully. Case 1. glass capillary tube, glass capillary tube dipped in water, dipped in water, dipped in water. Glass capillary tube dipped in water. Okay, so observe carefully. So this is capillary tube is made with a glass, that is this is capillary tube dipped in water. So whenever dipped in water, capillary rise will be takes place. Capillary rise will be takes place. That means so observe carefully. Whenever glass capillary tube dipped in water, capillary rise will be takes place. Capillary rise will be takes place. This is angle of contact theta. This is angle of contact theta. Okay. So now I draw with another color for identifying purpose. So this is theta. Okay. So angle of contact theta. So first point here, capillary rise. So definitely water level rises in capillary tube. Capillary tube. First point. Second one is theta value is less than 90 degrees. Third one is here adhesive forces is greater than cohesive force. FA means here adhesive force. Adhesive force. Adhesive force. FC means here cohesive force. Cohesive force. Cohesive force. Okay. So adhesive force and cohesive force. Next, fourth one. Fourth one here. So observe carefully. Water level rises in capillary tube. Theta is less than 90 degrees and liquid or water. What is liquid here? Water. Water wets the capillary tube. Capillary tube. Water wets the capillary tube. Okay. So this is very important. And here, so I am taking 2 points here. I am taking 2 points. Here is 1 point and here is 1 point. This is A and this is B. This is A and this is B. Okay. So here, fifth point is pressure at A is greater than pressure at B. And the sixth one is here meniscus. What meniscus it form? Concave meniscus. Concave shape meniscus. So this shape is called meniscus. So this, what is this shape? Concave shape. That's why concave shape meniscus is formed here. So this is case 1. Glass capillary tube dipped in water. Next, mercury capillary tube dipped in water. Sorry, glass capillary tube dipped in mercury. Glass capillary tube dipped in mercury. This is case 2. So next we'll discuss case 2. Case 2 dipped in mercury. So here case 2 now. Case 2. Case 2. Very important case. Glass capillary tube. Glass capillary tube dipped in mercury. Mercury, that means Hg, hydrogram, Hg. So now water level. What is the diagram here indicates? Observe carefully. Diagram. So this is a diagram. This is a diagram here. So here this is here angle of contact. How we are taking? This is a solid, and this is tangent drawn to the liquid surface. This is tangent drawn to the liquid surface. In between angle is theta. Observe carefully. Here theta is water level falls in capillary tube. Whenever glass capillary tube dipped in mercury, water level falls in capillary tube, and angle of contact theta is greater than 90 degrees. Angle of contact theta is greater than 90 degrees, and here adhesive forces is less than cohesive forces. Water not wets the capillary tube. Water here, not water here, mercury. Hg not wets the capillary tube. Next here, mercury levels. Hg level falls in capillary tube. Theta value is greater than 90 degrees. Adhesive forces is less than cohesive forces. Hg not wets the capillary tube. Very simple. So you did this experiment. So you just dip the glass tube in mercury. It does not wet. Even one drop is not formed on the surface of glass because contact angle is greater than 90 degrees. That's why mercury not wets the capillary tube. Whether we dip our hand into the mercury also, our hand also not wet because angle of contact is greater than 90 degrees. That's why mercury does not wet our hand also. Okay, so this is very important. Pa is greater than Pb. So here Pa is less than Pb, and this is a convex shape meniscus. Here is one point, here is another point, here is one point, and here is another point, here A and B. So pressure at B is greater than pressure at A. This is about case 2. This is glass capillary tube dipped in mercury. Next, third case 3. Silver capillary tube dipped in water. Silver capillary tube. This is case 3. Silver capillary tube dipped in water. So here Hg level is here silver capillary tube dipped in water. That means first of all I draw the diagram. Okay, this is a silver capillary tube dipped in water. That means here we got so here capillary tube is made with silver. This is silver capillary tube. This is water. Here water. Here contact angle is. Observe carefully. Here contact angle is. 90 degrees. Here contact angle is 90 degrees. So here water level is flat. That means straight. Theta is equal to 90 degrees. Angle of contact theta is equal to 90 degrees. Adhesive forces is equal to cohesive forces. Here adhesive force is equal to cohesive forces. Okay. So adhesive forces is equal to cohesive forces. So adhesive forces is equal to cohesive forces, and here adhesive forces is equal to cohesive forces. Fourth one is PA is equal to PB. pressure at A point. Here is one point I am taking. There is another point. PA is equal to PB. Next, fifth one is flat, straight line or flat line. Straight line or flat line. Okay, it forms straight line or flat line. So these are the characteristics of case 1, case 2 and case 3. So this is about angle of contact. Next, we'll discuss a few concepts about this angle of contact. So this is a last topic we discussed in this angle of contact. Well, in gravity free space, glass capillary tube while glass capillary tube dipped in water, then, so this is very important. Gravity free space, in gravity free space there is no gravity, that means there is no gravitational force, that means Fg is equal to 0, there is no gravitational force. Okay, that means here there is no gravity. So while glass capillary tube dipped in water, at that time, then water level is rises to full length of capillary tube, without overflow. So without overflow. Next, second point, angle of contact is independent upon inclination, angle of inclination changed by dipped body in liquid. So angle of contact is independent upon angle of inclination changed by dipped body, changed by solid in liquid. Angle of inclination changed by dipped body in liquid. Next, level rises in water level in capillary tube does not depends upon shape and inclination. This point is very important. Rises in water level in capillary tube does not depend upon shape and inclination. For example, here is I put one capillary tube like this. This is one capillary tube. This is another one capillary tube. This is another capillary tube. Okay. So now I put one capillary tube like this. So here we are taking different shapes of capillary tubes dipped in water, but water level rises in water level does not depends upon shape and inclination. These note points are very important. So now So now we need to derive formula of H. Formula of H. Formula of H. Derivation of water level. Capillary tube. H. H. How to find this? So observe carefully. Here is a capillary tube. Capillary tube is dipped in water. Capillary tube, glass, capillary tube dipped in water. Glass capillary tube dipped in water. So definitely okay. So water level is rises. So definitely water level is rises. So observe carefully here. Here is angle theta and here also angle theta. Okay, and similarly here is angle theta and here also angle theta, and here this is split into two components. One component is like this, one component is like this, and another component is like this. Okay, so one component is split into like this, and here another component is split into like this. This is a t sin theta and this is a t cos theta. T cos theta, and this is a t cos theta, and this is a t, and this is a t sin theta. Okay, t sin theta, t cos theta. Okay, so here observe carefully. And water level, here this water level is taken as H. So here this water level is taken as H. Okay. Weight of water column, weight of water column in capillary tube is equal to force due to surface tension, surface tension of liquid. Force due to surface tension. Weight of water in capillary tube is, we are taking as mg, because this is mg is equal to force due to surface tension. Surface tension force formula T into perimeter. Here T means tension means T cos theta plus T cos theta. That means 2T cos theta. 2T cos theta. Generally, force means T into perimeter. T into perimeter. Is it or not? Here that means 2T cos theta. T cos theta plus T cos theta. 2T cos theta. Perimeter is. So observe carefully. This is like this. We are taking like this. What is the perimeter of this? Full is there means, if you are taking full, perimeter is, if you are taking full, this is a perimeter is 2 pi r. If it is full, we are taking 2 pi r. But here it is like this. That means here pi r. Perimeter is here perimeter. Here perimeter is pi r. That means pi into r. Perimeter pi into r. Here M means density into volume. Density into volume into G is equal to 2t cos theta into pi into R. Pi into R. So that means density. Density means here density of cylindrical shape. What is cylindrical? Here cylinder is there. Cylindrical shape is there. That way pi R square H plus 1 by third pi R cube. 1 by third pi R cube. This is volume. Into density D into G is equal to 2t cos theta into pi R. 2t cos theta into pi R. Okay. So from this, what value we want here? Here we want H value. H is equal to H value we want. So that means here pi R is there, here pi R is there. Just take in pi R as common. Pi R as common. Then what we got? HR. Here HR is left here because pi R square H here. Then that means here pi is pi. Here R is left. R by 3 is left here. R by 3 is left. Into D into G is equal to 2t cos theta into pi R. Here pi R going to be cancelled. So finally here H value we want. So then from this R is taken as a common. R into D into G. H plus 1 by 3. H plus 1 by 3 is equal to 2t cos theta. 2t cos theta. From this H is equal to so here we'll get H is equal to 2t cos theta by R dg minus 1 by 3. 2t cos theta by R dg minus 1 by 3. That means 2t cos theta. So simply we are taking from this formula. So simply I am calculated here T formula. T is equal to R into D into G. Otherwise D into R is taken as out. H plus 1 by 3. Okay. So pi R square as a pi R has taken common. RH plus R by 3. Okay. So then what is left here? R dg into H plus 1 by 3. 2t cos theta. So R is moves inside. dg into HR plus R by 3 by 2t cos theta. So here H is greater than R. So here I write like this. H is greater than R. So from this we are taking we consider HR value. That means so from this T is equal to HR dc by 2 cos theta. T already taken as out. 2 cos theta. So finally we got formula surface tension T is equal to HR dz by 2 cos theta. This formula is very important. So finally we got formula surface tension T is equal to HR dz by 2 cos theta we got. So from this H is equal to 2t cos theta by R dg. Okay, this is try this in calculator.
So from this, H is inversely proportional to R. If you all drawn this H versus R diagram, we got like this. That is a rectangular hyperbola. A rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola. Rectangular hyperbola. If you consider H versus R diagram, we got rectangular hyperbola. So here H is equal to rise in capillary tube. Otherwise, height of liquid in capillary tube. So here T, or capillary tube rise, a rise in capillary tube. T means surface tension. Theta means angle of contact. R means radius. D means density of liquid. G means acceleration due to gravity. So this is main important formula. This formula is very important. Very important formula. So this is used to solve numericals in NEET and JEE. This is about the whole concept and about this angle of contact. So this is a last lecture for chapter fluid dynamics. I hope you all understood this lecture. If you will get any doubt regarding this lecture, feel free to mention in comment box. Thank you for watching my lectures. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you so much.